So, Wordology, what was the inspiration behind that particular poetic intro? Basically, Wordology started off as just a independent poetic piece that I just wrote, just a poem that I wrote, and something I put on Facebook a while back. And when I was getting ready to create the album, I said, well, what's the first thing I want people to hear when they play the album, when they play my debut album, because this is my debut to the world, right? So I wanted to make sure that the first track was very important and integral to what people would hear first and what the first impression would be. So I said, well, what do I want people to hear first? Because I'm a poet, I'm a singer, and I'm a rapper, hip hop artist, whatever. I'm a combination of the three primarily, and I do other things too, but anyway. So I was like, what do I want people to hear, right? So I said, well, I feel like out of all the things I do, I feel like my poetry is the closest thing to my heart. Like that's 110% me all the way through and through. And out of the three things that I do between poetry, singing, and rap, I feel like my poetry is the thing I do the best and the thing that is the best representation and expression of who I am. So I said, I need to lead with that. And so I wanted to come with it on that. And what I did is I said, well, what piece do I start the album off with? Because I have hundreds and probably thousands of poems at this point. So I'm like, well, what do I start? Which poem do I start the album off with? And originally I was going to call myself the Wordologist before my engineer convinced me to go with Mike Storey because it's simpler, which makes sense. So I said, well, I had a poem called Wordology, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should use that. And I read it. Listen. And I was like, yeah, that encompasses kind of a conglomeration of who I am. The piece itself, it has so much going on, and it's like it seems like it's kind of all over the place, but it's really covers a wide variety of topics, everything from space to astrophysics to esoteric spiritual knowledge to ancient history to current events. It just covers a smorgasbord of topics, and it just goes from one to the other to the other to the other. And the listener has to really be attuned with things that are going on. And a lot of the stuff in Wordology is going to go over people's heads. But that's mainly because, that's one of these things, got so much going on in it that you have to be a real avid researcher to understand some of the terminology and some of the things that's going on in it. And I call it Wordology because it's full of a lot of complex words, a lot of large augmented basically words. And so I wanted to really let people know when you play this album, this is what you're gonna get. Like I'm coming hard with it. I'm coming right out the gate with it at your neck. You know what I'm saying? So what you hear right off the rip is what you're gonna get. It's gonna be coming at you hard and fast. And that'll tell everybody right off the rip what you're getting when you start listening to Mike's story. You're gonna get complex wordplay, clever, clever bars and clever lyrics and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of complexity. But at the same time, it's not so complex to where you can't understand the overall message, which is basically just empowerment of self and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Wordology is an important piece to me, and that's why I wanted to start the album off with Wordology. So hope that kind of clears that up.
That's where I placed mine.